It's been a couple of months and it is time. It is time for the fastest dungeon teams that I'm running at the moment. All my teams, let's go. Hey guys, SMZ here. We're back playing Raid Shadow Legends, and yes, it's again time for the all my current dungeon teams video. I do this every few months because I kind of try to min-max my teams to make them a little bit more efficient every single time. So there I am with this video. But before we jump into it, there's a new promo code if you haven't used it already. The promo code is Chaos Awakes, named after the event. It's 500 energy and some other small stuff, some auto battles and such. It's not bad. It's not horrible actually. It's one of the better promo codes, I would say. So with that said, let's go into the teams. So Iron Twins. There's a free champion that you can get by using the link in my description. That is Narma the Return, a great champion to battle the Demon Lord. And you can get her alongside other crazy good epic champions like Anax, like Uugo, and like Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. How to get these champions for free? Here's how to do it. You go into your player play and log out of your current account. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email address. Download the game and then play the tutorial, and you will find Narma sitting there chilling in your inbox. And you can get all of these crazy good epic champions as you progress through the game. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Click the link in the description and get these cool champions. Iron Twins. The change that has been there is basically Tholin has come in because his A2 hits considerably hard given his 5-star soul, and that he's the slowest on the team as well. So in case soul reap needs to proc, then actually that is great. So let me jump into the run. This is basically just punch him until he's dead. That's the strategy for this team. So all my max HP nukers are into play, and of course the gear on each of them has changed slightly, improved slightly to make that happen. Crazia goes, and Crazia has a chance to get an extra turn off of her 9-piece Merciless. There's the Blessed Bash. Of course, with the magic affinity, the Newts suffer a little bit because they might weak hit, and on that affinity, Tholin will hit quite hard with his A2, also because he gets the positive affinity advantage over there in that particular team. But this gets the job done. The run is extremely fast. Fastest, as you can see, is around 12 seconds, but it's almost always under 20 seconds, and it's only 6 keys every day except Sundays, guys. Because Sunday is the day to buy the 150 gems and do your keys. And Iron Twins is extremely useful. A lot of people downplay it. Please don't. Souls are one of the best ways to improve your champions. You can have the best champions in the game, but if you don't have a good soul for them, it's kind of useless for many champions. And not useless, but you're not reaching the next level. So I highly recommend doing your Iron Twin keys every single day. So that's the Iron Twins. Let's jump into the next one. I'll skip the keeps because they are, I think you can throw in anything and you can farm these keeps. Minnow, I'm still using Marius to farm. So I was farming masteries for Titus, for example, recently. Pretty good champion. I haven't gotten around to building him for a clan boss or a Hydra team because he does require specific setup to be useful. I'll look into it at some point for sure. But Marius farms my masteries pretty quickly. Who do I need to farm masteries for? Can be a random champion. How about Grakos? Cool looking champion Grakos that I got just because he's cool looking. So it's extremely fast. Marius does it quickly, and of course Marius is gonna be the staple for many of these super fast dungeon runs. So there you go, 7 seconds, extremely fast. Another champion, so Tholin also does this really quickly. The fusion champion that we've gotten recently. So he starts with his A3, then probably, yeah, it would be ideal if he goes with his A1, which is an AoE as well on the second wave, but he doesn't. But A2 on the boss takes off quite his health. A3, A1, he can take so many extra turns. I'm actually thinking of putting him in a 9-piece Merciless, for example, to just make him go again and again. He also does it pretty fast, 18 seconds. Thor is another good option. Any good damage dealer can solo it, but if you can't, then you can also have like a 3-man, 4-man team to run it. On the event dungeon currently, so I'll walk you through stage 30 and 20, both of them. And I've showcased a separate video for this, but this is the team that I'm using to farm stage 30. And for stage 20, of course, you can use a much easier team, but at the moment I'm using the same team. So there's the block debuffs, the defense down weaken, and there is the kill. He survives, but not for long. Crazia comes in, and we are just going crazy. Crazia has dropped her down significantly. There's the Brimstone as well, just to finish things off. Acrasia will survive because she is built quite tanky, and then she also heals off per A2, I believe, and this will get the job done pretty soon. The times it varies between, like, as you can see, 19 seconds is the fastest I've gotten, 19 seconds up until around 40 seconds is the max that I've seen with this team. Really fast, and since the nerf to the event dungeon, it has become much easier. I have to say, previously it was very difficult to build teams. My Geomancer was built very tanky to be able to tank those hits for the boss, but now all my effort on that has gone to waste because that team is slow, because the boss doesn't hit you enough times for the reflect to kill the boss faster, basically. So stage 20, I've showcased this previously. You can take Carnage is a very good champion here, but just to not change around the gear. And stage 20 is very useful for the tournament and the event that runs for the farming of this dungeon. So it's more energy efficient to do stage 20 generally. And I would say stage 20 these days for most dungeons is many times more useful, because that's the one you do for the fusion for any of these events and such. And then there are certain dungeons which it's not worth farming anymore. The main one I would say is Spider, because the accessories that you get from all the other places in the game, they're just better, you know, and you can get them anyhow. Spider is just basically for making silver, and yeah, for Spider you can run anything. Again, for stage 20, any decent will do. I generally run these two just to do like a 2-shot on the Spider for stage 20, and then I'll showcase the stage 10 hard mode as well. So here it's extremely simple, just boom, and the Blessed Bash to finish things off. To be honest, a Blessed Bash, I don't need Marius here. A Note with a Ghostborn or a Lydia will also do the job just fine, maybe even faster. Maybe that 6 seconds is where they work. But yeah, any accessories you get, you basically just sell. And then on the hard mode for stage 10, the team, I mean, I can try just the same team, and I think it should work, because on stage 10, killing the minions does the damage to the Mother Spider. There you go. And then Note will finish the job. So it's the same team that you can run for both, and the Soul Reap will finish the rest. Yeah, there you go. 2 turns, 8 seconds. Super fast. And let's jump into Ice Golem, the dungeon that I experiment with the most. And I have so many teams now for this particular dungeon. Again, I'm using Tholin here, previously using Carnage. Doesn't change that much, to be honest, most of the time. But there are certain times where if Tholin gets to A2 the boss, it does the damage a little bit faster. The one other change that I've made in this team is actually, wait, is this an experimental? Okay, no, this was something else. I don't know what I was doing here. This team will not work. It's not the right team. I'm sorry. Let's have it die. I think this works for stage 20. That's why I have this. Stage 20, this should work just fine. It will not work on stage 10. Or will it? No, it won't. It really won't. Actually, it might. No, we are all dead. There you go. Okay, this was a stage 20 team. So actually, let me go back to stage 20 and showcase that it does work on stage 20 pretty easily. And then I'll go back to the stage 10 team that I've been showcasing previously. There you go. On stage 20, to be honest, you can also 2-man it with Marius and, for example, someone like, I think a Rotos was what I was playing around with. I can showcase that as well right after this run. But this team should work. It doesn't require any of the other champions. I don't know what I was experimenting here. I really don't remember. But something is going on definitely, and this, because that will be much faster. So let me showcase that for stage 20. Let's throw in just Marius, and the only other champion you need is, I think, a Rotos is good, because he doesn't die off a single hit, and then I can just throw in food champions. Otherwise, doesn't really matter. And Marius will basically nuke the waves and get to the boss and almost kill the boss, but then there will be one hit in which there's a chance that he dies, and if he does, then Rotos can basically take over. Okay, this time he killed the boss. As you can see, it's just 7 turns. So it's a very good team. You just need one other champion that's kind of an insurance. I use Rotos in a stone skill set, same as the arena, because he can tank that hit. He doesn't die off a single hit. For stage 10 hard mode, we have basically this one. Yes. Yeah, so only change here is Tholin instead of Carnage, as I was initially speaking. And we have boom, dead, and on to the next wave. And this time I think Tholin will help out with killing this wave, because we want to use save our A2. There you go. Kills the wave. We're on to the boss. There's the burn from Geomancer. Unkillable. I've showcased this team many times. I came up with this idea of the team back in January. I think quite a few people are using it by now. Those were really puny hits. That was the A2, right? Okay, maybe I need to bring Carnage back in. This is not good. The boss is dead. 19 turns. 15 is what I think I got it from the Godseeker and Marius duo team. But then I had to change Godseeker because of Faction Wars. So that's why I'm back to this team. Really fast still and gets the job done. Dragon is a dungeon. It's kind of like Spider, which I don't farm it anymore. When I do have to farm it, again, it's just Marius with one insurance champion. Who can then that insurance champion be? Let's say Carnage. And then these two with food can do the job. And then I run stage 20 basically for all the tournaments and the events. And I almost never run stage 10 hard mode anymore. Not because I can't do it, I can do it really fast. Not as fast as this, obviously, but I can do it basically with these two champions as well. And it works perfectly fine. I'll just skip that because it's one of the least farmed dungeons anymore. Fire Knight is something that I do farm occasionally to get some savage gear because lethal is obviously better, but it comes down only once in 3 months on the Doom Tower to farm, and it's still a very good option to have because it combines with Stone Skin for the arena. So this is my team for stage 20 that I use to farm for tournaments, and it's quite good. Again, as you can see, Marius is the staple on both the waves, and when we get to the boss, there are no presets here, by the way. The two cold hearts just basically help to open the shield. There you go. And that's it. 8 turns, 13 seconds. Go down to 6, as you can see. Really good. And then for hard mode, I put out a video on a lot of different kinds of teams to unlock basically the hard mode stage 10 for Marius missions. If you haven't watched that, please do check it out. It's actually quite useful. And I have a team in there which uses no newts whatsoever. But this team that I use to farm this has 2 newts and a Marius. And it's a very fast team. I do use this team to, as I said, if there's a 2x Savage or something, then I do use it to farm because Savage gear is still quite good. So, nuke towards wave 1, going on to wave 2, A1, all dead, 6 turn onto the boss. This team still makes me smile every single time. It's so good, it's so fast. Considering that this is one of probably the most difficult dungeon boss in the game. Not probably, it's definitely the most. Because he's quite overtuned with his speed and everything, and it's one of the reasons I don't like it is it's very limited on what you can do in terms of strategy. So that's not good, but 12 turns we get the job done. If everything goes perfectly, you can also do it in 11, but it's incredibly fast. 30 odd seconds. So that's the Fire Knight Heart 10. Let's go on to Sand Devil. Sand Devil stage 25 is the one I farm. I have a Sifi now. A couple of months ago I picked her up and now my team is 100%. Sleep. Dark Kale is great because he doesn't hit but he puts the debuffs. I'm aiming to get Dark Kale onto a 9-piece Feral so that he does, like, the other champions can do even more damage based on his poisons. But yeah, very fast team, as you can see. 6 turns and 8 seconds. Obviously in the end game, Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun become very important to farm because Ascension is extremely important. To be honest, here I still don't know why I'm still running Narma. I really don't need to. I could throw in Ninja, for example, and that should work perfectly fine as well. The 2 newts, even though they are weak affinity here, they still get the hits in. They hit thrice. It's very rare that they will not get any of them. Ninja, I need to put in more accuracy, otherwise that's why he didn't land Doesn't matter, still got the job done in 10 seconds, so really good. I don't know why this is the only dungeon where the turns don't count, only the time. Maybe it's because they don't have the dedicated tournament for it. Maybe that's the reason. But yeah, extremely fast team as well. Let's jump into the champions. I'm gonna go through the champions extremely quickly because I just want to race through the end section of this video. Ninja 9-piece Merciless, stats, Relic, Rend, Masteries. Marius 9-piece Merciless, stats, Relic, Rend, and Masteries. Feel free to pause whenever. V6 is just the crit damage tank. She has the highest crit damage. That's it. For the Shogun, Note, stats, Lethal, no Relic, Soul Reap on one, Phantom Touch on the other. These are the stats. The second Note is built identical. He just built for speed in 5-piece Supersonic and 4-piece Righteous gear. Stats, Relic, Masteries, and the Blessing, Padraig, 9-piece Protection, Nocratos, Phantom Touch, and that's it. Cold Heart, no set. Stats, no Relic, Phantom Touch, and then the Carnage, Lethal, and Stone Skin. Stats, Relic, Rend, and Masteries. Holland, Merciless 6-piece. Stats, Relic, Rend, and this. Kaimar, the only important thing is the speed, nothing else matters. Geomancer, again, this is still the same build from the event dungeon stage 30 pre-nerf, but you basically now for the ice golem, you just need the speed to be higher than Marius basically. Man-Eater, same thing, just the speed needs to be higher. That's pretty much it. Who else? I showcased Acresia, 9-piece Merciless. Stats, no relic as of the moment, Cruelty on the 5-star, and these are the masteries. And yeah, those are all the champions, I believe. We're right? Yeah, I think so. Awesome. Then thank you so much guys for watching till the end. Really appreciate it. I would appreciate it even more if you left a like or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Helps me out tremendously. It's a small effort on your part, but goes a long way for me. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and see you next time.